Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
What is up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Multiverse Report. Tonight we're recapping the week's nerdy news from Forest Hills, Queens to the sands of Tatooine and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. With me as always, Steve Haller. What's up, Steve? Look at us recording a podcast.
We're back.
What?
After the relatively unintentional summer hiatus for the Multiverse Report.
Yeah, we had an accidental August hiatus, and we're sorry about that because we neither planned on it nor did we communicate with you listeners about it,
or each other. To be fair,
or each other
for at least 2 of the weeks.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't remember what happened for every week.
No, I just know one week you were like, "Oh God, we can't do
conflicts.
this," and one week I was like, "Oh God, we can't do this," and here we are.
Yep.
One week I fell asleep. Like, I don't know.
One week you fell asleep. I was ready to go, and
I woke up to a text that said, "Okay, I think you fell asleep." I'm like, "Yep, yes, I did."
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, sorry about that, people.
Yeah.
But fortunately, there hasn't been a whole lot of crazy big news.
I mean,
lately,
there was
so
a
it's not like
lot
you're
of
missing...
big news this weekend, Mike. You officially have a second comic book that's out.
That's true. A lot of personal news happened this past weekend. And that's the other reason that it kind of sucks that we weren't recording, because I couldn't keep promoting the release party for Crown of Bones, my new comic book that is out. Now we had the release party, Crown of Bones burlesque show and rock and roll release party at the Palace Theater on Saturday. It was a wonderful time. It was very surreal for me, at least, to have created and or co-created some of these characters that are in this book, Crown of Bones, and then to be seeing people bringing them to life, dressing like them, and doing burlesque routines on stage was wild. Like I said, very surreal, and I'm still processing it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great turnout for the event. It was amazingly well put together. Even with the chaos right up to launch, it got pulled off without a hitch.
I think there always is.
Oh, every production, dude. Every week when we do this podcast, I'm sitting here 2 minutes before, like, oh God, what do I do?
Of course.
Like, I've done it for 3 years, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, and this is pretty small time compared to a live show with multiple elements. Media happening at a giant theater, not giant, but big theater in Syracuse, New York. But hats off to the project's executive producer and story creator, Eerie Rodica, for putting together a really great show. Really went off without a hitch. My creative collaborator, Riley McFarlane, artist on Crown of Bones, was in town, and we did a reading of the book after the Amazing Shakes played, and watched, like I said, some incredible burlesque performers in characters that I helped create.
Yeah, it's got to be
wild. It's a wild thing to see.
I was going to say, it's got to be strange seeing it coming from in here to out there.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Yeah, it's like a 3D version now. Like it's happening, and it was just wild. It was a big, kind of emotional, big emotional night for the three of us, I think, at least. So, and that's the part that I'm still kind of reeling from a little bit and feeling exhausted from, for sure. Physically and emotionally still exhausted 2 days later. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be more back on my feet. But hey, that's enough of what already happened. No, it's not. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that already happened, because some of this stuff is from weeks ago.
Right. Because we haven't been here for a while.
To talk about tonight. We haven't been here for a while. And, Steve, I know I said this to you, but you showed up at the Palace Theater to help me sell comics when I was running around and stuff, or getting ready to perform in the show. And because we hadn't recorded in so long, it had been the longest time since we started doing this podcast that I hadn't seen you and spoken to you.
Yep.
And when I turned around and I saw you and you were like, hey, I was like, oh my God, Steve.
He does exist.
I haven't seen it. It honestly felt like I hadn't seen you in years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I see you once a week.
Like guaranteed
for hours.
once a week.
Guaranteed once a week.
Yep.
And going 4 weeks without seeing you, it just felt like a year had gone by. That
Right.
You were like some like
straight now to 3
friend.
times in 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Making up for lost time here, man.
Exactly. So let's dive into some maybe a little bit dated. I don't know. We're doing some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff, some independent stuff, and comics. Also a Star Wars story as well tonight. So some of this stuff again is from, could be from this week, could be from the last 4 weeks. This first thing is the biggest thing that we were going to talk about a couple weeks ago, and it's big enough that we need to touch on it. Maybe not in as much detail as we would have a couple weeks ago, but Spider-Man Brand New Day has officially started filming, and we know that because they released some teaser images of the suit. Then they released a short video of Tom Holland running into a warehouse wearing the suit. And I was kind of like, that's kind of weird. Like, it seemed strange to me that they were doing it. And then it made a little bit more sense the following day when pictures of them filming outside in New York City were all over my phone. And that is often a tactic that studios will do. If they know they're going to be filming outside, they know they're going to be on location, it's impossible to keep people from seeing the suit and taking pictures. It's going to be all over the place. So we're going to release we're going to show you what the suit looks like before you just see a bunch of like shitty iPhone photos or paparazzi photos or whatever.
Right.
So let's see. Yeah, set photos started pouring in. And Tom Holland himself posted a video on social media in which he said, "It's my 4th ever day one on Spider-Man." It's 4th time shooting a Spider-Man movie. It's funny putting the suit on. It feels different this time somehow. It's also the first time we've ever had fans on set for day one because they're shooting outside. So it's really exciting to share this with them. I'm just going to do my best, hopefully get it right. No pressure. So Steve, before we go on any bit here, what do you feel? How do you feel about what you've seen of the suit, what you've seen of the set photos? What are we thinking as far as what we've seen so far?
I think, if nothing else, the fact that they're openly filming actual stuff in practical sets in New York is very promising to me.
1,000,000% agree with you, Steve. My favorite part. I really like the suit. I think the suit looks good. It's not the exact same suit that we see at the end of No Way Home, but it's bright red and bright blue.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's has any like Stark tech in it.
Right.
Which I'm all for.
Right. We're back to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Back to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And yeah, man, just seeing Tom Holland in a Spider-Man suit standing on top of like a tank in New York City, twisting and turning his head around like goddamn Spider-Man.
And that was, I said it to you, there's
like,
something
great.
Holland has mastered that. Like, in anyone who's read enough Spider-Man, like immediately recognizes that weird like head tilt thing that Spidey always is drawn doing, of like, oh, the Spidey sense is kicking off. Like, there's a weird angle, and Holland has that down perfectly. It's just,
he's got the poses, man. He's got the poses. He's got the flexibility, the twisty turns. I was saying this to somebody, but every once in a while when set photos leak, I felt this way with a couple ones, ones I've seen of Superman. And there's been other ones in the past too, where like sometimes somebody catches a set photo of a character, of a guy, or or whoever, an actor in a superhero costume. Yeah. And they're shooting outside on a practical location, and it kind of just looks like somebody just took a picture of Spider-Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what these photos a lot of these photos kind of look like. Oh, Spider-Man, real Spider-Man just stopped a car wreck in New York City or whatever, because it's just him standing on top of a thing, and there's like buildings behind him, and there's no, definitely he was doing like real wire work too, like not green screen, like swinging around on like a wire and shit. Like that looked awesome.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it just looks like, that looks like Spider-Man. I remember there was a Superman set photo of him like lifting a giant beam off of a car or something like that, and I'm like, whoa, someone took a picture of Superman saving somebody. Like, it just
Right.
it makes my little nerdy heart happy when it just like, ooh, someone snapped a photo of Batman, a rare sighting of the Batman. I just love stuff like that. So yeah, I was really happy seeing that they're doing that. And it's it's a different director this time. It's
Right.
Destin Daniel Cretton. It's not John Watts anymore. And I think John Watts is a good director. But those, especially No Way Home's got a lot of green screen in it. And I know part of that was because of like they're filming during COVID and stuff, but there's a lot of very noticeable green screen in No Way Home, and that could be, again, time crunches or schedule changes and things like that. But very refreshing and very exciting for me to see not only practical sets and actually filming outside, but also actually being in New York City, which is something that I think this trilogy has lacked. And even though No Way Home was set in New York City wasn't like the focus of it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the setting didn't play a big role in the plot.
They just happened to be in New York. Like, you could have set that anywhere.
And like the only thing that really made it New York-y was the fact that they were on the Statue of Liberty at the end, but it was also the Statue of Liberty holding a giant Captain America shield, which I thought was really stupid.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't feel like New York.
And you mentioned John Watts. I was thinking about him. Can we, now that we've moved on from that, can we just have him keep producing Skeleton Crew content?
I hope so. I would love that.
Just keep going over there. Like, you did your Spider-Man thing. That was great. Keep rolling. So
you got to figure we're going to see those kids show up.
Oh,
if they don't do a second, if it's not a second season of Skeleton Crew, like, we're going to see those kids again.
It was too good for them not to use that again.
I agree. And they're just going to like get older,
right?
So they could show up in like a movie down the road or something.
Yep.
You know?
Smart. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see what Destin Daniel Cretton does with this universe and with this group of characters. Like, he had a wildly fantastical debut in the MCU, and I guess
Shang-Chi.
Sorry. And we're kind of almost,
sure our listeners know.
Exactly. Like, but we're almost making it the opposite, like going from this starting in reality, going to this weird fantastical, kind of not an alternate universe, but like heading to Carmitage and like all sorts of other things. And you're like, okay, this is, we're on Earth, but we're not on Earth anymore. Directing what at this point seems like a grounded Spider-Man movie. Who knows? All we've seen is what we've seen. That could just be first act. Like, we get the first act that's a Spider-Man, like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and then something stupid happens with the Hulk, and here we go.
Yeah, and speaking of, something stupid might happen with the Hulk, because the Hulk is confirmed to be in this movie. Now, that's been a rumor that Steve and I have heard, and Steve and I have talked about on this podcast. But I don't know if a lot of other people were running with it, because I saw a lot of people treating this like it was like brand new news that Mark Ruffalo has been confirmed to be returning as Bruce Banner / the Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, this adds to the cast that we also know includes Sadie Sink in still an unknown role.
Yep.
But also John Bernthal as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, is going to be in this movie.
It's every time I hear that, it's just,
I know.
It's weird. There are two characters right now in the MCU that I have just an unequivocal love for. And neither of them are characters I would really expect to. And it's him and Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Those are the only two characters that they have not in any way found a way to screw up.
I mean, I can't really, it's hard for me to, on the spot, think of like, a comparison of all the characters of the MCU.
Right.
But I agree with you that those two characters would be towards the top of any kind of like ranking or list that I made of current players in the MCU.
Best characterizations of their comic analog.
Yes, for sure. However, as exciting as this makes me, it does that announcement plus what I'm about to say is starting to make me a little bit like, is this movie gonna be overstuffed? Because we also got this week, Florence Pugh will be reprising her role as Yelena Belova in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Tremel Tillman from Severance and the most recent Mission Impossible movie has also been cast in an unknown role. Speculation on who he's playing is running rampant. People are guessing everybody from Norman Osborn to like Tombstone. Like people are, I believe that it is supposed to be a villainous role or an antagonist role, not necessarily the main villain.
Right.
But like, who is the main villain? Is the Hulk the main villain? Is Punisher the main villain? Is there someone going to be like pulling the strings behind all these characters? Regardless, there's a lot of people in this movie. And we've certainly seen specifically Spider-Man movies try to do too much.
Yeah. There's a long track record of that.
Storied history of from Spider-Man 3 to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, putting too many villains and trying to do too many plots at the same time. But again, this is a different director, and we're just coming off a movie like Superman that had a ton of characters in it and didn't feel overstuffed, and gave them all reason to be there. So hopefully that's what they're pulling off. Like, face value, this is all very exciting for me. Spider-Man and the Hulk and the Punisher and the new Black Widow. That's cool. But after I say that out loud, and I say that, in a positive light, but then hearing myself say it, I start thinking like, is this going to be another thing where it's a Spider-Man movie, but it's not really a Spider-Man movie because they're cramming it with too full and like.
Well, at the same time, though, like, think about a book. Like, they very easily could, like, yes, Florence Pugh may be confirmed in it, but who knows? It might just be, her and Frank and Spidey team up to take down the big villain at the end or something like that. You know what I mean?
Or it could be one scene of her delivering a message from Valentina or
from
whatever.
the new
as we
Avengers.
know from the end of Thunderbolts. Yeah, well, she's the leader of the new Avengers, right? So and she's stationed in New York City. So I guess it would make sense that she would be in this movie. If the Hulk is running rampant in New York City, she might be like, okay, I'm going to go check this out as leader of the new Avengers.
Right.
I need to, it's my responsibility. So maybe she's going to butt heads with, what I hope is that she's not getting along with Spider-Man.
Right.
And Frank is not getting along with Spider-Man. And the Hulk is not getting along with Spider-Man. And he's the one that has to somehow stop them, but also prove to them that he's doing the right thing.
Well,
like,
none of them know him anymore. And
that's true. Yeah, they're not going to know who he is. So keep forgetting about that. So, if
because, well, actually, now that we're saying that, like, the Bruce connection, that could be that's a very different thing now that they don't know who he is.
Right.
Huh. Okay. That caused me to run through a couple things in my head where it's like, all right, they like, is it Peter that gets in with Bruce?
That's kind of what I'm hoping.
As opposed to Spidey getting in with the Avengers and then,
yeah. And have it being like similar to maybe like the original Spider-Man 2, where Peter develops a bond over love of science and experimentation with the person that becomes the antagonist of the movie.
That's a tale as old as time with Spidey.
Tale as old as time. So that's all very exciting. And Spider-Man Brand New Day off to a good start. Also got a little bit of update on Beyond the Spider-Verse. Apparently, Shamik Moore posted pictures of him in a recording booth, recording dialogue for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Now, one would think that they would have started this process a long time ago. And maybe they did, and maybe this is just the first picture that's online, but they are officially recording dialogue for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I don't even remember. Is there a date for that movie?
I want to say it's one of those that's been changed like 75 different times and keeps getting pushed back.
I know they officially pulled it, but didn't cancel it. Like, we just don't have a date. I just don't remember if they actually redated it or not. While we're talking about Marvel, I guess it's a small story because it was brought to my attention by a friend of the pod, Matt Paseda, and it's more or less legit, or it's rumored anyway, that there's been some arguing on the set of Avengers Doomsday, a movie that they're filming right now, specifically between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. I didn't really read any of the articles too much, so I don't know like what they could be fighting about, but two guys like that who have a lot to they have a lot of ego, and they have a lot to back up that ego that they have. Like, they've like earned it, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I can see some heads being butted, but again, I don't know what it was about or how intense it was. Could be a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
Could be something out of nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, it very much could just be like some weird something or other that maybe someone caught awkwardly, and I don't know. There's way too many possible explanations or things that could have happened for any credence to really be taken from it, but it does seem like it's something that did happen.
Right. So
sorry, I just left you hanging with you awkwardly chewing.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was trying to chew faster so that I could come back in.
I like looked over. I'm like, nope, shouldn't have done that. So there we are.
No, you're great. You're great.
It's that 3 weeks off, Mike. We're rusty.
We're a little rusty. You know what? I got to say, I think we're doing pretty good.
I'd say so
far for the amount of time we've had off. I didn't mess up the intro. Like, I mess up the intro sometimes when we've just done it, a week ago. Nailed it tonight. Moving on into some DC stuff. Oh, by the way, at the end of this episode, we're going to talk a little bit, a little spoilery, maybe a little not spoilery, about two shows. The first episode of Peacemaker Season 2, which we've both seen, and the first 3 episodes of Alien Earth, which we've also both seen.
Again, I have not seen episode 3.
Who knows? Oh, you have not seen episode 3? Okay, well then Alien Earth will be non-spoilery then. And maybe Peacemaker will too. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
We'll see what happens. It's a lot, and we'll see how long the regular episode's going. And if we spend 5 minutes just doing both real quick, we'll just bang it out.
We'll warn you before stuff gets crazy.
Yeah. But in the realm of Detective Comics, we got some more Clayface casting a few weeks ago. The new the in development Clayface horror film has added Naomi Ackie, who played Janna in Rise of Skywalker and was also in Mickey 17. She's a great actor. And Max Minghella from The Handmaid's Tale. Both of those have joined the cast, joining Tom Rhys-Harris as the titular Mr. Face himself. And there's also official synopsis for Clayface, which was released recently. It says, Clayface centers on an ascending actor, Harris, whose face is disfigured by a gangster. As a last resort, the actor turns to a fringe Elizabeth Holmes-style scientist, Naomi Ackie, for help. Minghella will play a Gotham City police detective who is dating the scientist. So, not dissimilar to Clayface origins I've seen in the past. An actor who's disfigured in some way, becomes addicted to some sci-fi thing or tries some sci-fi thing to fix his face so he can keep working, and he gets turned into a giant mud monster. I do like the connection to a Gotham City police detective. That sounds like plenty of potential for drama.
And potential later tie-ins.
Sorry, say that again?
I said, and potential later tie-ins.
Later tie-ins. Exactly. Steve, I got to say, I still think it's crazy that they're making a Clayface movie.
I would 100% agree.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
If you'd have told me the DCU was actually going to make a villain-based movie and make it not sound as bad as all the Marvel villain-based movies we've seen, I would have thought you were crazy. But right now, yeah.
And also have it be the third movie in their new connected universe of films.
Yep.
Superman, Supergirl. That makes sense enough.
Right.
Clayface. Huge curveball with Clayface being number 3.
Yeah, makes zero sense whatsoever.
Zero sense. But like James Gunn said, like when it's ready when it's ready. And Clayface was ready, so it's going.
Yeah.
Couple other things. James Gunn has been on still seemingly a never-ending press tour for this guy because seemingly right when the Superman press tour stopped, the Peacemaker season 2 press tour started, and he's been on podcast after podcast and red carpet after red carpet giving interviews. So he's not dropping anything too juicy, but a couple cool things. It's been confirmed a number of times that Batman Part 2 is officially scheduled to begin filming either late this year or early next year. I got to hit that release date of October 1st, 2027. James Gunn has also recently referred to the future Superman films, or films that will feature Superman anyway, as the, quote, Superman saga is what they're calling it. And I'm not sure, that's got to just be like just the character arc for Superman. I can't imagine that, because the whole thing is called
the
Gods
and Monsters,
or whatever. Yeah. So,
So does that?
There's going to be
is Supergirl included in the Superman saga? I'd assume.
I don't know. I don't know. Has not been definitively said, but he did say recently, he said, I've been thinking about what is the long-term story I'm trying to tell? What is the story I'm going to tell about Superman over 4 movies? I don't know if that 4 movies thing just kind of slipped out or what, but and again, I don't know if one of those 4 movies is the Supergirl movie, if that counts, or if he's already got ideas for 4 Superman-centric films.
Right.
He's calling it a follow-up to Superman. He's not saying it's a sequel to Superman. He's saying it's a follow-up.
That is true.
So
I forget that
remains to be seen what that is.
Yeah, I forget that we literally have to look into all the semantics of language when they talk, because they're very good at covering. I literally deal with lawyers on a daily basis.
Yeah.
They're probably like the Gunn is probably better at choosing his words extremely carefully than many lawyers.
Sure. But I mean, he has straight up said that it's not a direct sequel to Superman, whatever the next thing is. So, but he's saying that he's hoping that that's the next movie that gets made after, I guess, Clayface and Batman Part 2. So, he also has said recently that 3 projects, Wonder Woman, The Brave and the Bold, that's the Batman and Robin movie, and the Booster Gold series that we haven't really heard much about at all, said all 3 of those are developing well. And you know what? I'm just remembering that I think they announced a showrunner for Booster Gold.
Was it a movie or a show?
I think it's going to be a series. It was announced as a series.
Okay.
David Jenkins has signed on to be the showrunner for Booster Gold. Pilot has been written by he did Our Flag Means Death.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be fitting then.
Yeah.
And apparently he took over the series from Danny McBride, who I always have loved his stuff.
Oh, cool. Wait, took over what? Took over Booster?
Yeah. Apparently,
really?
Danny McBride
was going to do it?
He was originally writing it.
You're reading that right now? I didn't see that.
That's what it's. That's of course from the Wikipedias, but also on Polygon in July.
Oh, that's cool. I remember James Gunn said that they were very close to getting Booster Gold greenlit with a writer, but then something fell through with that writer. So they definitely had somebody before they had David Jenkins. It was Danny McBride. Cool. I'm still hearing rumors that Booster Gold is going to be played by Kumail Nanjiani. That's been a rumor for a long time.
That'd be great.
It's kicking around again. He'd be great at it. I don't know how accurate that rumor is. Could just be a rumor, but no confirmation there.
I feel like some of his typecasting roles fit that Booster Gold, like overly cocky type.
Yeah.
He could definitely pull it off.
Yeah, and I feel like he gets kind of typecast in being kind of like a goofball,
right.
But that's kind of what a guy who thinks he's really cool but isn't really cool.
Yeah,
he kind of plays that role a lot. But that's
exactly what Booster Gold is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. I was trying to remember what alien movie Danny McBride was in. It was Covenant.
Covenant. Yeah. Yep. Which is really weird that he's in that movie.
To go from his character on Eastbound and Down to Alien Covenant, it's like, okay, that's a track.
Yeah. Really weird. And it's a completely non-comedic role.
No,
Like,
yeah.
he's not a
Deadpan,
he's
like,
not a comic relief character in that movie.
Full blown straight
Like,
man.
his wife dies. He has like he has to like react to like the finding out that his wife is killed. Like, it's crazy. It's really, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
at the same
like,
time, watching that, the first time I saw that, I had known him from other things, and I was like, I don't know. I like it took me out of it for a minute. And then I was like, oh, he's actually playing the role quite well.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
At first, it was like he's gonna be the comic relief. Then I'm like, wait a minute, nope, that's not happening.
Nope. Yeah, but it also, like, I mean, it makes no sense when you think of comedic actor Danny McBride.
Right.
It makes a little more sense when you think that Danny McBride co-wrote the recent David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy.
Right.
So he's clearly
he's
like
all
a
over the
horror
map.
Guy. He's all over the map. But, like, you know what? Good for him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Do the things you want to do.
He also was. Oh no, he was in the Angry Birds movie. He didn't write it. So.
Okay. Everyone's favorite movie.
Obviously.
This is not movie related, but there's a new Lego Batman video game coming out next year. Has been announced. It's called Legacy. It's called Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. And it's going to take. It seems to me from the trailer, it seems like this is like the Warner Brothers or the DC version of the Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga game, where you get to play through all of the movies. It doesn't look like maybe the plot line is going to be from all those movies, because it can't be for Batman because all the movies are different. But it definitely is taking elements from all these different versions of the character, comics, TV, movies. In the trailer, you see multiple Batmobiles. You see the Tim Burton one, you see the Tumbler, and you see the Robert Pattinson one. There's a lot of references to the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. There's versions of Heath Ledger's Joker and Bane, but you also see like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman in a building that looks like the buildings from Batman Returns and stuff. So, like, it's clear that they're taking all these things and kind of like melding them together into one adventure. And I'm sure there's going to be different suits and other characters that you meet up with and stuff like that. So, you know, Lego games are usually a blast.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited to be able to play through on a new Lego Batman game. They had a bunch of those like years ago for like PS3. I remember there was like a Lego Batman or Lego DC Heroes game. It was a lot of fun.
That was a stretch. They were putting out those. They put out like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, all the like. It was like Lego game after Lego game for a while there.
Yeah, right.
They're always fun though,
So,
like you said.
Always fun indeed.
I think my son's actually farther in Skywalker Saga than I ever got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My son has only played the movies that he has seen to avoid spoilers.
So mine unintentionally kept playing and then was like, oh, wait, I haven't seen this. Oh, but I want to keep playing. Yeah. I'm like, all right, dude, just roll with it. Like, I think he played through Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, wow.
Which is a much more PG way to approach that movie than watching the actual movie.
All of them are.
Yeah.
It's funny to watch the way that they make the way they make the game like G-rated or PG rated with some of the violence. And I don't remember exactly what they did, but it was a similar thing with the Han Solo death.
Oh yeah, and TFA,
Force Awakens. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, that will be fun. And other DC stuff. Oh, just that Peacemaker happened, and like I said, we're gonna start talking about that.
In a little bit. Yep.
In a little bit.
Next up is news I never thought I would ever hear us talk about.
Crazy. This is a crazy announcement that I heard today. I guess it came out a couple days ago. Universal Studios Pictures.
I don't know what they call themselves now.
Universal Pictures?
Yeah.
Studios is like the park.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it? I don't know. Universal is making an Archie movie.
Like Archie and Jughead.
Yeah. Like Archie and Jughead.
Yeah.
Like the Archies. Like Riverdale.
Mm-hmm.
The Archies.
But not like Riverdale,
movie.
the show.
Not like Riverdale, the show. But I can only imagine that they were like, hey, we had a pretty good-sized hit show with that Riverdale show. We still own the rights to these characters. What else can we do? Let's make a movie. And why not make a movie? Because Archie's been around for like almost 90 years or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those characters that's like never not been published in comics. So I'm not reading Archie comics, but people are reading Archie comics. And even like, people like you and me who don't read Archie comics know about Archie comics.
Right.
We could name probably 4 characters easily. You just named 2 already. You can name Betty and Veronica.
I was going to say
There's
Betty
4.
and Veronica. There you go.
Ding,
I was thinking for a
4 main characters.
next one past
Past
Archie.
that, I'm out.
I mean, Archie was a
got.
pretty easy one.
I mean, yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah. But, and, that's cool by itself. Yeah, make an Archie movie. Has there ever been a live-action Archie movie?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. There's been animated TV ones, and there's been cartoons like crazy. I don't think there's ever been a live-action Archie movie.
Quick Google says no, but I don't know.
Yeah. And the reason that this is cool and exciting to me is it's being produced by Emma Watts, Phil Lord, and Chris Miller of Spider-Verse fame, and it's been written by Tom King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comic book writer extraordinaire and, co-author of the DC universe under James Gunn. So, yeah, there's no director, I guess, tied yet to the project, but that alone sounds cool. And I'll watch anything or read anything written by Tom King. So yeah, I'm in for an Archie movie.
Absolutely. I mean, it's probably been 30 years since I've read anything Archie related. And even then it was a stretch, but somehow they definitely have been in the cultural zeitgeist for long enough that they're a known quantity. Like if I see that font, even if it doesn't say Archie, immediately I'm like, oh, okay. I know what that is.
But it's also a thing. It's also a property, I think, that has done so many things.
Yeah.
Like, there's been like Archie in space, and there's been like zombie Archie, and the death of Archie was a big thing a few years ago. I remember they've done a ton of stuff because it's like any other comic character. Like, you got to think of weird stuff to do when you've been publishing a comic book for 85 years or whatever. You got to think of new ideas. So this movie could really do anything that it wants to do and be anything that it wants to be, and still, feel like an Archie movie, I guess.
Did you know that Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a spin-off of Archie?
I did know that.
I had no idea. I just looked it up. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like, how?
When we were talking characters a minute ago, I started thinking of there's spin-off characters I know, like Josie and the Pussycats, or I was trying to think of the other one, and that's what I was trying to think of. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, I remembered about Josie and the Pussycats after you say it, but I didn't it didn't register when we were thinking of characters. Josie and the Pussycats would be the only other live action. I mean, the Archies, I guess, but that's kind of a different take. Whatever.
Did they make a live action?
They
Archies
made
movie?
I believe, was it like
about the
Bollywood
band, right?
take? Yeah. In 2003 Indian Hindi language teen musical film.
No way.
That is a live adaptation of the Archies.
I certainly had no idea that existed.
Nope. Apparently that was 2023.
23? I thought you said 2003.
Nope. No, this was 2 years ago.
So recently.
Yep.
Wow. Wild. Who knew?
Travis in the chat's got a good point. Why don't we have a live-action Magic School Bus movie?
Whoa.
It's a relative non sequitur, but it's really, really poignant. They should get on that.
Good. Yeah. Do you think it's because it would have to be? Or you think they're nervous about having to make it educational and not just entertainment fun?
True.
Because who wants to go watch an educational movie for 2 hours? I mean, I would.
Right.
But
the adults would be happy.
It's also yeah. But also, would it be if they jettisoned all the educational stuff, would it still be the Magic School Bus?
I don't think so.
I mean,
it
kind of would be, because name another movie where a bunch of kids get on a bus and shrink down and go inside somebody's nose or whatever. That would be.
Honey,
cool
I Shrunk the Kids. It's literally in the name of it.
Nose?
No, they hung out with ants and stuff, though.
They don't go with a school bus, though. They don't go with a magic school bus that can fly.
No, but they ride ants, like giant ants.
That's true.
So that was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I still remember seeing the giant ant at Disney in 1995.
Hey, me too, man.
When I was...
Me too.
Yeah, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, they had the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground or whatever.
Yeah.
Where you like ran around and like felt like you were small.
Right.
Giant blades of grass and shit.
And now I can go see a life-size A-Wing. The times have changed a little.
Oh boy, they have. For the better.
Yep.
For the better. Speaking of a life-size A-Wing.
Oh, nice segue.
Oh, good segue. You didn't even know you were setting me up for that. Star Wars, huh?
Yeah.
Am I right?
It's back.
It's back.
More
it's
news.
Back, baby.
And also another, prior to this, ancillarily, there's now chatter again that Rogue Squadron is back on the table.
Yo, I read that too.
Yeah.
I meant to put it. I knew there was a Star Wars thing I was forgetting to put in the rundown, and that was it. Because it's just a rumor.
Right. I think it's one of those, like, I think it was like Daniel RPK on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Who, probably slightly over 50% on his stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
but
not,
either way, he's around enough to at least take acknowledgement of what's being proposed.
Yes. And, despite me not really wanting to spend too much time on rumors, when it's a Rogue Squadron rumor, I usually run with it just to make you happy. Just for you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, it's very, and still with Patty Jenkins attached.
Yeah.
According to the thing that I read. So.
Well, if that one's going to be Top Gun in space, what's this one going to be? Because we're now going to be talking Star Wars Starfighter.
Star Wars Starfighter has added another actor to its cast.
Another big name actor to its cast.
Pretty solid name. Mr. Matt Smith, the Doctor himself. You may know Matt Smith from Doctor Who or House of the Dragon or a bad Terminator movie that I never saw. Or Morbius, the Living Vampire. That's a movie that exists.
That is also a movie.
Fun dance. Yep. Matt Smith has been cast as a villain opposite Ryan Gosling in Star Wars Starfighter. He's one of multiple villainous roles in the film. We know that another one of those roles is being held by the queen herself, Mia Goth, who I love. And the other reason this is notable, besides the fact that Matt Smith is a good actor, the other reason this is notable is that Matt Smith was originally cast in Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
But then his role was changed and ended up being cut early on. He has not spoken about what he was supposed to play. It is heavily rumored that he was originally cast as a young Emperor Palpatine. And it was cut. And I don't know if that was going to be a flashback or he was going to be like a young clone of the Emperor. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows with that crazy movie what would have happened? Probably just more nonsense.
If Matt Smith was in it, it might have made it a better movie.
I feel like if that's true, I think Matt Smith would have been pretty good as a young Palpatine.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been good casting.
Yeah, it would have. He definitely could have pulled it off.
I don't know that it would have made sense. But like a lot of stuff in that movie, you've got good actors
doing bad
their
things
best to sell. And,
Oh, so it was a Star Wars movie.
A pretty good job of selling like bad material.
Right. Good actors selling bad material is effectively the last couple of Star Wars movies. Since the OT.
The last couple?
Okay, it's mostly the prequels, but I'm trying not to directly hate on the prequels.
I'm not trying to not hate on the prequels necessarily.
If you can have three movies that don't make Ewan McGregor look like an amazing actor, there's not much to work with.
I could argue that in the prequels, the actors are not selling nonsensical material. The actors are not making it work. But anyway, enough of that. Matt Smith. So we don't really know about much about this movie. Like the one rumored synopsis that we heard is that Ryan Gosling has to like protect a kid and get the kid somewhere. And I kind of hope, if that's true, I kind of hope there's more to it than that, because that kind of sounds like the same plot of Mandalorian.
I mean,
he's got to like protect a young person and get him to safety. Like that seems, I mean, I guess Mandalorian is more meandering because it's just like I'm just gonna keep you, and it doesn't become I'm gonna bring you to your people until season 2. So it's probably a little different than that.
Yeah, it's I don't know,
but I don't know.
And also,
before, but I really like I love Ryan Gosling. And I think so far everything I hear about this movie, nothing has made me like worry about it at all.
I'd
like,
agree.
The most negative thing about this is that I'm not super crazy about Sean Levy as a director, but other than that, everything sounds great.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's better than some of the things they could have chose, and they have a great cast to work with. So yeah, I think we're onto something. Although I am very curious how Starfighter is going to work into it. And like, then if you do move forward with Rogue Squadron, are you leaning too heavy into the Starfighter thing? Because I'm not going to mind it. But some people, Star Wars is like the Force and Jedi.
Well, we don't know that there's going to be no Force or Jedi in this movie.
Right. I mean, this Starfighter could basically be Kyle Katarn from the old EU that was like a special ops guy before becoming a Jedi.
That's my question to you. What do you interpret the title Star Wars Starfighter meaning? Because I don't necessarily have an assumption of what that means, but you're talking from a place where it seems like you think that it means something specific.
I mean, in the Star Wars universe, Starfighter means an X-Wing or a TIE fighter or an A-Wing. Right. So when you use that as a title, my brain goes to this guy's a pilot. Okay. So.
Right. Okay. I guess I assumed that much as well, but it didn't seem to me from the synopsis and even the casting of Ryan Gosling for some reason, I just assumed Ryan Gosling's going to be like, maybe he used to fly for the New Republic and now he's on his own or something. Ryan Gosling seems more like roguish. You know what I mean? He seems like not like
he has followed Harrison Ford in a couple of roles, so
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. He's taking what he learns from Mr. Ford.
Is he going to be the next Indy now too? I mean, I could think of worse options, but
I can think of I can think of worse options.
Like if they said that, I wouldn't be like, okay, that's going to be horrible. I could be like, all right, I'll give him a shot.
Yeah, I'd be like, I wish they weren't doing this, but I do like Ryan Gosling. So.
Right.
But that trailer, speaking of Ryan Gosling, that trailer for what's it called? Project Hail Mary looks really great. You've seen that?
Yes. And
yeah.
I have no idea what to expect out of that movie, but I'm like,
Me either.
Okay, I'll go. Like I've been told by multiple people I need to read that book, but
yeah, my wife has read the book and loved it.
Oh yeah,
and she's really excited about the movie. So that makes me excited about it because the trailer looks dope, dope as hell. Anything else we talk about before we jump into comics?
I mean, outside of the fact that Richard's rebelling in the chat because there's no Jedi anywhere.
Richard's a Jedi guy. You need Jedi?
Yeah. Well, he says at least 50% Jedi. He loves Andor, but Star Wars as a whole needs Jedi versus Sith. Oh. I don't disagree, but I also don't entirely agree. I think there's room for other stuff. I guess that 50% Jedi could work.
I think there is room for other stuff. I found Andor refreshing because of its lack of Jedi and Force. Because pretty much all of the movies, with the exception of Solo, features Force users at least a little. Like Rogue One just has like Vader in it.
Right. Rogue One is
that's it.
Rogue One is literally just the prologue to Episode 4 that features Jedi. Like there's no the actual movie itself does not.
Well, it does because Darth Vader's in it and he uses the Force. He chokes Krennic and he like wrecks shop in the that ship at the end.
Right.
But like Rogue One almost has no Force in it.
Right.
Solo,
If you'd have,
think he does have any Force
if it wasn't for the hallway scene, I would have been like, okay, yeah, he met Vader. Like I'm not considering that a Yeah.
But like the saga movies,
right,
obviously are all very tied into that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So I certainly don't mind. I can, you know what? I guess I don't know because we're in like the Wild West with Star Wars right now.
Right.
You know, I was gonna say like if this is a spinoff like Solo, then maybe I won't know. But then I'm like, well, what is it a spinoff from? Because we don't know that we're gonna get another episode, 10.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know that that's happening. They haven't announced that. So you can't really call this a spin-off if there's nothing to spin off from.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I was going to say that, yeah, the movie should keep Force and Jedi alive, and maybe the spin-offs or TV shows can do whatever they want. But also, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I love Jedi. I'm surrounded by lightsabers hanging on my wall right here in my basement when I'm at. But like, I also really love just like a scoundrelly, piratey Star Wars. Like I loved Andor.
Yep.
But also Star Wars Outlaws, the video game.
Oh yeah.
There's no Force in that game. I thought that was awesome. I could have played that. I could keep playing that today.
Right.
I could play it all over.
Give me that and Jedi Survivor, and both are
right.
Both can be.
That's the thing.
The thing
is that you can do both, I guess. And Star Wars is such a big universe and says so many pieces to play with that, like, forcing a filmmaker, no pun intended, to have to use Jedi and Sith conflict in every movie seems like a little reductive almost, because like, well, okay, but I had this other great story in mind that didn't have anything to do with the Jedi. So I think they should be able to tell bigger stories. I don't want them to pivot so hard away from Jedi that it's not a thing anymore. That's for sure. I think they're clearly a huge part of the lore and the world. But I do think it's a little refreshing sometimes to pivot away from lightsabers and Force and lifting rocks, things like that.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was looking around at all my like various covers to see how many of them did not have a lightsaber on them.
Oh yeah.
There are eight books in the room. 3 of them do not have a lightsaber on them.
Oh my God.
So Star Wars Rogue Squadron issue 1 that's signed by Dennis Lawson, because obviously.
Yeah.
A Star Wars Legacy issue 0, which does not have a lightsaber, but it does have a Sith Lord on it, with Darth Talon on it. And then Star Wars Empire 7 that just has Django on the cover. So other than that, it's all lightsabers all the time.
Nice. Anyway, getting back to Starfighter, my feeling and my assumption is that Star Wars Starfighter isn't necessarily going to be about, it's going to be about Ryan Gosling. And I agree that it's likely that he's a pilot or a former, like maybe he's a former New Republic pilot. I can't think that it's going to be, especially if Rogue Squadron is back in the conversation. If that's true, like they're not going to make 2 movies that are about like Top Gun in space, like you said, So my guess is that maybe there's a secondary meeting to Starfighter, or I don't know. It is a cool title. It's a catchy title. Maybe they just went with it because it's a cool title. And it has nothing to do with the story other than he flies an X-Wing or something. I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out in 2 years. But until then, do you have a comic to review?
Yes, that I didn't read.
Do you have 4 comics to review from the last 4
I
weeks
believe I technically have 2 comics to review that I will review next week.
Okay. Because you haven't read them.
Did I read? I probably read the one from like 3 weeks ago that we never talked about. So I'll get back to you on this.
Okay. I don't have a comic to review. I should review. I should have brought down a copy of Crown of Bones and reviewed that.
I have a copy right over here if you'd like. Feel free to review.
Yeah. So I wrote a comic book called Crown of Bones. I was pitched a story by our executive producer, Erie Rodica. And the 2 of us developed the rest of the tale together. I brought a lot to it. She brought a lot to it. And I brought in my collaborator on my first book, Amazing Shakes, to do the illustrations, colors. It is a book about a group of monster queens. Ooh, Steve has the not quite safe for work variant cover, also by Riley McFarlane. There's no like actual nudity. It's a burlesque comic book.
I was thinking this was the A cover. This was not.
Yeah, if the underwear is off, they're wearing things like pasties and stuff like that. So it's not full nudity. I will say it's a hard R rated book for content, language, and depictions of nudity for sure. So
yeah, I was trying to find a page that I could
fun.
actually show, and I'm like, nope.
I know. I was thinking that too. If those things sound fun, you should pick it up. It's like an action, fantasy, horror, comedy, sex comedy, I should say, not just comedy. It's kind of what it is. So it's meaning a lot. It's a if this helps, you get your mind around it. I should pitch it. The actual plot of is a group of monster queens in a monster realm have to defend that realm from a giant evil demon named Kethralak, who has returned to try to take over the creature realm. They have to band together and restore the 6 pieces of the magical crown of bones that will give them the power to stop Kethralak. Are they able to do it? Are they able to settle their differences and save the realm? You'll find out when you read a copy of Crown of Bones by Mike Gibson and Eerie Erotica and Riley McFarland. Available now somewhere from me, I guess. Just message me.
Yeah, just
if you want
get
one.
a hold of Mike. But...
yeah. I'm sure that'll be available to order online at some point in the future, but 2 days out from the incredibly taxing release party that we put on. So we'll get there. Settle down. The Kickstarter deliveries haven't even gone out yet, so we'll get there. But if you did pledge the Kickstarter for Crown of Bones, you should have already gotten your link to a digital copy, and hopefully sometime in the next week or two, you'll start seeing the physical copies show up in your mailboxes. So there. So that's my review of the book that I wrote. 5 stars, 10 out of 10, A+, greatest comic book of all time.
If the book is anything like the show, then it was a great time. So it's probably a great book.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
It is. Well, you were in the audience. Oh, no, you were in the lobby during the reading part?
Yeah.
Oh,
I basically, like,
so,
it was fun.
so
it
you
was
still
great.
get to read it.
It was also, like, watching a reading of a comic. I think you actually said something about that when you were up there.
Yeah.
Like, it was
weird. I've never done this before. Yeah.
So, but the full-size pages
I also
were
said
quite interesting.
it was cool, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, having them blown up on the screen like
that was
that.
great.
Guys, it was a great show. And if we do a show for issue 2, you got to go. Richard, buy a plane ticket. That's what I'm saying. All right, buddy? So you do not have a comic to review this week. You'll review a comic now.
I don't even know if I read a comic this week.
It's okay. I don't think I did either. So that's fine.
Because I didn't even read yours.
You know
so
right, yeah.
I was too busy selling your other ones.
I did buy a couple comics this week. I did go to Funky Town.
Yep.
The morning before the show, Saturday, Riley and I stopped in just to look at some stuff, and I picked up my pull, which I hadn't picked up in a couple weeks, and I bought issue 1 of The Tick.
What?
A character,
oh,
a character,
that's awesome,
and
dude.
a comic series that I like quite a bit. And they had a #1 first appearance of The Tick, and I was like, I am definitely buying that. Yoink!
Oh God. That was not
a little marked up on the cover, so it wasn't astronomically priced because there's like some guffs and stuff on the front cover. So, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy this.
I would. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about it.
Whoa.
And you know what? I have been reading. Oh, one of the weeks that we couldn't do a show is because I was hanging out at my brother-in-law's lake house.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for 5 days. I read a graphic novel a day while I was there.
That's awesome.
Was great.
I was going to say that usually ends up being a big reading week for you.
Yeah, it does. But this was extra big.
We'll have the winter one when you go to Gore too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I read Superman Birthright. I reread Zatanna Bring Down the House because I'd never actually finished it, and I had that in hardcover. So good.
Yeah.
The art is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's not even like the story. The story is very good. It's not some like universe changing, life changing tale, or it doesn't like grip you and tear your heart out. It's just like a fun just superhero story.
A good
magic crazy
story.
Weird story. But the art is just tremendous. Like highly recommend that. I read Green Lantern Far Sector. and I read Batman Beyond the White Knight. And okay, so I didn't finish it. I read half of Green Lantern. I think it's called No Fear. I don't know. It's one of the Jeff Johns volumes of Green Lantern. So anyway,
well, there you go.
it. And in the between all those, I'm rereading digitally on the app. I'm rereading Scott Snyder's Court of Owls.
Oh, nice.
Batman. So
see, that's my comics. I think we talked about this. My comics get cut into by my prose every once in a while.
Right. See, that's your problem. You got to just stop reading prose.
Just stop reading actual like novels.
Stop reading all that. Yeah. Stop reading all that hoity-toity
words.
Shit. Yeah.
Don't read those words. What the hell?
Don't read them words.
Don't use your imagination to figure out what it looks like. Look at the art.
Exactly. You don't need that.
Let's use somebody else's imagination. Come on.
Yeah. Solid point.
But yeah, I'm still working my way through book 5 of the Stormlight Archive, which is tomes that are approximately the size of Game of Thrones. I think you've seen those.
Yeah. Big. Yeah. For sure.
Paperweights. Yeah. So it's like I think I got like another 700 pages to go or something.
Woof. Woof.
Yeah. It's a really good story, though. It's just really goddamn long.
I would hope if you have 700 pages left.
It's basically like reading an Omni. Like I can't sit down. I'm better with books than I am with comics when it comes to large form like that, because I cannot read an omnibus.
Yeah. Wow.
It's just the physical awkwardness of an Omni.
I agree. You know what? The only omnibus thing that I just have a giant collection of the first like 50 Fantastic Fours.
Oh, yeah.
Something. I have not finished it. I've had it for years. And I think I was telling you I was reading more of it in the lead up to the movie.
Yeah.
And it's still like, it's great and I love it. But it's
like I pull one of those out and I have like flashbacks of like going to church and watching them open that giant ass book. And like, all right, we need like a big paper in there or a cloth thing in there to tell us what page we need to go to. Like it's way too ornate for my tastes.
It's too much. I get it. Well, this week in your local comic book store, you may find the following books: Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6, Absolute Wonder Woman number 11, Avengers 29, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring number 2, Deadpool Wolverine number 8, Death of the Silver Surfer number 3, Doomed 2099 number 1, Emma Frost the White Queen number 3, Fantastic Four Fanfare number 4, The Flash number 24, Green Arrow 27, Green Lantern 26, Harley Quinn 53, Hellboy and the BPRD Professor Harvey is Gone number 1, long title. Incredible Hulk number 28, Jeff the Land Shark number 3, Justice League Unlimited number 10, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 37, Money Shot Big Bang number 4, Monstrous number 59, The Mortal Thor, not the Immortal Thor, The Mortal Thor number 1, Mr. Terrific Year 1 number 4, Peacemaker presents Vigilante and Eagly double feature number 5, Phoenix number 14, Predator Black, White, and Blood number 2, Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness number 5, Robin and Batman Jason Todd number 3, Star Wars Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent number 3, Superman 29, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures number 28, Ultimate Spider-Man number 20, Universal Monsters The Invisible Man number 1, Wolverine and Kitty Pryde number 2, and X-Men number 21. Woo!
That's a lot of books.
Whole lot of books this week.
Not a lot of jumping on points this week though, outside of the Invisible Man.
True.
Oh, Mortal Thor too.
Yes.
So
a lot of just entrenched.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of
Doomed 2099 is a one too. That's a new thing.
But a lot of them are like in the 20s too for like major main lines. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk. I was talking to Ryan at the shop, and he was saying that that story is going to branch kind of soon into a new concept. Drastically changing things, much in the way that Mortal Thor versus Immortal Thor changes things. So,
right. Yeah. Cool. Should we talk about Peacemaker and Alien Earth?
I think we should.
A couple minutes. I think we should.
So,
should we do spoilers, or should we just kind of talk about general feelings or whatever? Like, what do you?
I think let's give them a quick quick synopsis and then go spoilers, because I don't think Peacemaker we can do without spoilers.
That's true. Do you want to just
do a general vibe check on
Alien?
Yeah, but on both of them, like non-spoiler, and then we'll kick it over.
Okay, sure. Alien Earth. There's 3 episodes out. You've seen the first 2.
I've seen the first 2, so yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say something spoiler.
Yeah.
No, through 2, the best way I could describe it was it didn't feel like an Alien film, but it felt right that it was an Alien property. If that makes any sense.
I agree with that. And and you and I have talked about this a little bit, but I agree that was the first 2 episodes. I was like, I like this.
Right.
But there's something that I don't like about it.
It's definitely very Noah Hawley.
Yes,
it
does.
But it also, like, I think, I don't know, because there's so many hands in the pot. Like Alien, we're used to Weyland-Yutani and Xenomorphs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Right.
And we find out about they're bringing all this isolated what we have back to Earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, just that's okay. What I was about to say was a spoiler. So I'll finish my thought is basically like I realized by the end of episode 2, beginning of episode 3, I was just like, it's because it doesn't feel like an Alien movie. Alien movies are like slower paced, deliberately paced, usually in a way that kind of like really sucks you in.
Yep.
And this is TV, and they're introducing a lot of plots and a lot of like so many more characters than we ever get in an Alien movie. And Alien movies don't necessarily like cut back and forth to different plot lines and different locations. It's all very much like you're in a ship with a xenomorph, and it's an isolated story.
Right.
And
every one of these episodes doesn't end with a one-on-one with a xenomorph.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. And like, so the shows are fast, or the pace is a lot faster. Like the music is wildly different than anything that would be in an Alien movie. So I think that was it. That was like, it is an Alien thing, but it just doesn't feel like the Alien that I'm used to. So I had to like, kind of turn my brain around and figure out, and realize that and go in kind of knowing that, so I could let it hit me. But I do in general really like it. The last thing I'll say that isn't spoilery, but is a bit of a hint. I feel like they are giving us so much lore that previously has not existed in the Alien world. Like so much. And that's all I'll say about that.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. I guess shifting over to Peacemaker quick. The best way I can describe it is the show feels like Peacemaker, but without I don't know. It feels like a new start with characters and they all feel like characters but in a it's like you took them and kind of turned them on their head.
Well, what I hadn't thought about at all, because I guess they kind of left it a little vague for some characters, is that it can't just be the team's all back together and we're going on another mission, because of what Adebayo exposes Task Force X and Amanda Waller at the end of Peacemaker season 1.
Right.
So that doesn't exist anymore. So I was like, oh, okay. So it can't just be like, we got to stop another world-ending event. It's going on another mission thing. It's like, oh no, they're like kind of scattered and not in where you expect them to be, I guess. Right. And I really like that about it. And I think it's I think it was a great first episode.
Yeah. Good jumping on point. So
good jumping on point.
In that vein, I'd like some of you to jump off if you don't want to hear spoilers. But before you do, please check us out on your podcatcher of choice. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you could. 5 stars are appreciated. Do all the YouTube things, because that's where I'm at least talking to a number of you at this point. Like, subscribe, spread the word. That's always the best way to do it. But other than that, what do you think we jump into the friendly neighborhood spoiler warning?
Yes, here's your friendly neighborhood spoiler warning for both episode 1 of Peacemaker season 2 and at least the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Alien spoilers, Peacemaker spoilers.
You talk first, or I talk first? Alien, go for it.
Alien. The lore that they're introducing. I think this takes place earlier in the timeline than anything else, so it's not even really a period of time that I have even thought about that much.
No, because it's how many? It's like 100 years before
the first Alien, I think. So, they're saying like the world is run by 4 corporations, and one of them is Weyland-Yutani.
Right.
This new one, Prodigy, is like it's like territories. The ship crashes in a different corporation's territory, and therefore they lay claim to the creatures that are on. Like, it's just the fact that there's more than one. They only ever say the company in alien movies. Always Weyland-Yutani. They're never talking about another company. The fact that this is the state the Earth is in, and these are the people running it. The fact that there has been a xenomorph on Earth before, and I knew that was the point of the show.
Yeah,
but it just hit me. I think more during episode 3 that I was like, they're introducing, like, not only are they introducing the hybrids, which is a new thing, but cyborgs are a new thing. It was always just you're a human or you're a synthetic.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, there's like 2 different kind of spin-offs of synthetic beings that are kind of also human at the same time. Like, that's a huge thing.
Oh yeah.
That didn't exist before. Like I said, the company stuff, the other creatures that have been on Earth, but also I realized